Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Project Fat here, and I'm coming back to you with my first video in about a week, a little over a week, about 8 days. I did a little quick video for you guys last Friday. I was in Los Angeles at EA Play, so you're going to see some clips from that. I had a really great time. I got to meet a lot of really cool people. Maverick, QJB. I got to meet Uber YouTuber, as well as a lot of the developers. Jake Stein, Rex Dixon, Clint Oldenburg as well. So it was just a really cool event. So I'm really excited that I was able to go out there and do that. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about Madden 18 because I'm very excited for this game. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about that while I show you some clips from my trip. But if you haven't been excited for a Madden game in a really long time, you should definitely get excited for this one, because what I got to see this weekend while I was in last weekend while I was in Los Angeles was a lot of really good things. A lot of things to be excited about for this game. Last year I think they made a ton of improvements within the game already, and they just continued to build on that this year. The guys like Clint and Rex really listened to what the community had to say and really focused on improving upon the things that they added into the game that were fairly new last year. So, as far as running back mechanics are completely changed as well. You're not going to have your running back running into the back of his blockers as much anymore. They fixed it to where, they're going to make moves off the back of those guys, so they're not just running into them and getting stuck. So that's something that they've changed that I'm really excited about, that I think is going to be really good for the game. A lot of people have heard about, asked about the new vision passing. A lot of people have been worried that it's going to be like the cone that Madden used to have, but I can assure you there's nothing like that. It's something that's completely new to the game. It's something you've never seen before. You're not going to really understand it until you see it, but it's going to be a game changer. If you're able to really get into the lab and work with it and master what the precision passing mechanic is, you're going to be really tough to beat. So some things that you can really utilize it for in the Madden coming up is going to be for goal line fades, things like that. You've never really been able to throw in Madden's past because it doesn't really get to that point of the end zone that the fade should. But now you're going to be able to do that with this precision passing mechanic. So that's really exciting as well. So you're able to activate it as well as deactivate it. Once it is activated, though, the quarterback is not mobile. So that's something that it's really going to be important that you use it wisely. I don't think it's going to be something you're going to use on every single play. It's not going to be beneficial to use it on a slant, things like that. So if you don't use it situationally and you try and use it on every single passing play, you're going to throw a lot of interceptions. So it's something that like I said, you're going to have to work with and get used to. It's going to take some time. It's not going to be easy at first, but it's definitely going to be beneficial to this game, and it's really going to help bring the game to the next level. And if you're able to master it or even partially master it, you're going to be really good at this game. It's going to be very tough to beat. Now, a lot of people have heard about the wide receiver DB mechanics. So if you are now player locked on a wide receiver or defensive back, you do have different options on the line to, as a wide receiver, you can break inside, break outside, try and run straight through a press, different things like that. So if the DB's pressing up on you, you have the opportunity to beat that press, either inside, outside, or straight through, depending on what the cornerback does on his side of the ball. So it's something that's really cool that I think is awesome that you are able to do now as a wide receiver. For those people that like to play a lot, like to play certain positions on the field, now you really have another advantage to use for your players. So like I said, you can really jam those receivers now as a DB. You can force them inside, force them outside, really mess up their routes, maybe mess up the timing from the quarterback to the wide receiver. So that's something that's really cool. And then obviously you can, I know a lot of people have heard, you can now match up your DBs how you would like to on the field. If you have a faster DB that is going to be able to keep up with somebody's number one wide receiver, you can match them up with that guy now based off of those things: height, speed, things like that. So that's something that's really, really cool. I know a lot of people have asked for, they wanted it last year in Madden. They didn't think that where the game was at this point last year, it was something that was going to be beneficial to the game. But now they brought it to us, and they've really done a good job with it. So be excited for it. I know it was probably a year later than a lot of people would have liked, but I promise you it was worth the wait. It's going to be a phenomenal engine to this game. Now, I'm also going to talk about the graphics, man. The graphics have been phenomenal. A lot of people were worried about the Frostbite engine, and I was one of those people that was slightly worried because playing, FIFA this year, Frostbite, a lot of people seem to think that it has something to do with the mechanics of the game, but it absolutely doesn't. I mean, yes, that helps them do some more things with the game, but it's primarily for the graphics and different things they can do, explosions, fireworks, different things like that. Is more or less what it's for, and it also improves the graphics and makes it amazingly realistic, which, we're to a point now to where, can the graphics really improve from Madden 17? And I'm going to tell you that they have. Madden 18 is a completely different animal. The graphics are absolutely amazing. You see more things this year than you've never seen before. Toe drag, you can see grass come up off the field. The intros that they're able to do for the players now coming onto the field at the beginning of the games, post-game celebration, things like that. It's just really awesome what they've been able to do with this Frostbite engine, and I think people should be really excited for the realistic aspect that Frostbite brought to Madden from a graphical standpoint. So that's extremely exciting as well. What are some other things? I got to play MUT Squads. MUT Squads is really cool. I'm typically not a MUT guy. Personally, I don't really play MUT too often, but it's something I'm probably going to look into this year, especially if you guys who watch my channel would like to see MUT Squads or, MUT in general. It's something I'm probably going to look into doing. It was really cool to play with a couple of buddies that I was out in Los Angeles with. It was really cool to be able to team up with a couple of your friends. You have the offensive player, you have your defensive player, and then you have your coach. So offensive guy controls everything on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone gets to play a position. You can switch your position around what you would like to do. You can play as the running back. You can play as the wide receiver. The guy that is the offensive play caller starts as the quarterback, but if he throws to somebody, say you have a running back and a wide receiver, your teammates are those two positions. But say he throws to the tight end, and he will then, at that point in time, once he completes the pass to the tight end, will then control the tight end. So it's very cool. It's not like you're 100% locked in the position that you choose and you can't do anything else. You can definitely move around. If you don't want to play running back anymore, you guys, in your certain situation, you be more beneficial to be, each of your teammates be a wide receiver. You can do that as well. But it's also something that's going to take a lot of skill. You can't just run around on the field acting all crazy, running these ridiculous routes, and be able to complete passes because there's a different camera angle that you're going to be playing from as well. With that being said, so the MUT Squads is really cool on the defensive side. Same thing, play linebacker, defensive back, safety, defensive line. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, you can play those positions. Whoever your defensive play caller is, they're not stuck onto a certain position like you are on the offense. Offense is just you snap the ball to the quarterback, and so you get stuck with the quarterback as well. But MUT Squads was really cool, man. I got a chance to play as a running back, as a quarterback, as a wide receiver as well, pretty much every position. And it's really cool, and it definitely takes a lot of skill as well. It's going to be something that is going to be great for the community because a lot of people want team play. This isn't exactly like team play, but it's going to be very close to it, and it's going to be in MUT, which is a very big part of Madden. It's what you see a lot on YouTube is Madden Ultimate Team. So a lot of these guys are going to be able to get together with some friends and play up against some random opponents online, and I think it's really going to add a different dynamic to Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm really excited for it. I know, the guys over there, Jake Stein, people like that, were extremely excited about the new game mode. And like I said, I really enjoyed myself playing it, even though it's not typically something I do. But like I said, I can see myself doing it. It's going to be really fun, and I'm excited not only how it looked, obviously how the game looked, but just the way MUT Squad was set up. it's going to be an awesome time. So I'm really excited for that as well. That's all I really have right now. I know you guys saw Long Shot trailer. If you haven't, make sure you check it out. I don't have any interviews or anything on my channel. I did go with a couple of my friends from the Madden Bomber League, so I'm going to make sure I put their link in the description as well, just in case you haven't seen their videos already. There's a ton of interviews: Rex Dixon, Clint Oldenburg, Jake Stein. I think we got iMaverick, we got QJB, we got Uber YouTuber. So we interviewed all those guys, talked to them a little bit about the game as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put the description to their channel in here as well, in case you haven't been over there to see those interviews. If you have more questions about Madden, they might have the answers for you over there on the MBL Network channel. But I'm really excited, man. Just a couple more months away, we're going to have Madden 18, and it's going to be really, really exciting time, guys. Like I said, I've had an opportunity to play the game a couple different times already, and if you aren't excited for it, you need to be, because it's a phenomenal game, and I can't wait for it to get here. Now I'm coming back playing Madden 17. I'm like, man, I just can't wait for Madden 18. So be excited, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. I'm sorry for the lack of content here on the channel, but I'm gonna get back into it. I'm back home. I'm gonna start pumping out some content for you, especially NBA playgrounds, things like that. But if you guys have any questions, man, make sure you leave some questions in the comment section. I will try and answer them. If I get enough questions, I can make another video, answer the questions that you guys may have if I didn't answer them already. Otherwise, man, I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll be back to you guys soon.